What's happening, everybody? I'm Steve, and welcome back to Junk Drummer TV, and welcome to the next episode of Drum Teacher Reacts to the top 5 most popular songs going that day. The last episode I did Billboard's top 5, and this episode we're going to do iTunes top 5. I think there's some different metrics in what sets the top 100 for each one of those entities. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think iTunes is just the most popular stream songs at that time, so that's what we're going to do. Before we get into it, if you like what I'm doing and you'd like to help me out, please give me a like, comment, and share. If you really dig what I'm doing and you think I deserve it, go check out my Patreon. I got a merch page. Also, you can check that out. And warning, I'm not going to put the songs in this video. The last video that I did 5 songs and I got 6 copyright claims. I don't even know how that's possible. It has to be some sort of record. So I'm not going to have the songs playing in here. I'm going to do it Anthony Fantano style. But if any of my analysis and critique on that song piques your interest, please go check it out. This list is a lot more country than the last episode, so that's going to be interesting. I don't feel like I've done enough country music on this channel because, listen to me, of course I like country music, but I like good country music. And this seems to have a lot of country music in the top 5, I guess, on this day, April 6th. That most people were listening to country music. So let's see what we got. First song is Lainey Wilson, Heart Like a Truck. I hear her name a lot. I know her because of her assets. I've actually never heard her sing. Okay, we're seconds into this fucking song. I have no opinion on it, but I do have a declaration to make. The fucking second line of this country song had dirt road in it. Can we stop, please? As someone who's actually from the South, can I beg Nashville to just ban dirt roads? Here's the thing about dirt roads. Somehow they've become like the metric by which you show how country you are. Look, I live on a 15-acre farm in the mountains, and I have neighbors who have dirt roads. Everyone who has a dirt road, you know what they'd rather have? A paved road. Just because we live out in the country doesn't mean we want roads that fuck up our cars. Dirt roads as a purity test of your country cred has got to stop. Okay, we've already got real drums. We got real drums. We'd had no real drums in the last episode, the first episode I did like this. And I'm not a purist. I love songs that don't have drummers in it just as much as I like songs that have drummers in them. This snare drum sound is I really like. I call this like a soft snare drum sound. It's like a pa, right? It's just kind of like this little boingy, poingy snare drum sound. I love this snare drum sound, and I have used it on some recordings. She rhymed wired with tired. That is so lazy. This chorus, musically, is fantastic. Melodically, the melodic line of the words is fantastic. The bass player sounds like, I know for a fact they're playing a hollow body, like an F-hole bass. Only one bass makes that sound. You know, this is Nashville, and I think we're going to have a lot of Nashville today. Even if you don't like the music, and there's a lot of reason to not like the music that's coming out of Nashville, mainstream Nashville, that is, because there is good shit coming out of that town. There has to be. There's too many good players, and that's my point. This thing is meticulously, perfectly performed and recorded. The melody of the chorus is great. The lyrics are fucking inane and stupid. The last part of that chorus, when she starts talking about the love, it's a little bit more solid. But the heart like a truck line, no one talks like that. This is and another thing, I'm almost for certain that her accent is real. You know, there's a lot of fake country accents coming out in Nashville. She has a real country accent for sure. I would guess like West Texas, maybe Louisiana is what I would guess, just based on her. But doesn't matter. The lyrical content is fucking awful, but the melody line and the chord progression, fantastic. If you could get someone who could really write some lines that aren't trite, that chorus would have hit huge. Nashville is the king of sweeteners. Like that verse, these lyrics I'm checked out on, but I am listening to the melody of it. And the way that they add just harmony lines on like one line or one word or a phrase that just makes that pop it out of the rest of the lyric. Man, they're so good at that. I just wish this song, the lyrical content was better. The song is good. So the line is, I got a heart like a truck. I've been drugged through the mud. I'm fine maybe with that lyric, but like that heart like a truck shit, no one talks like that. I knew this soaring guitar solo was going to happen after this chorus. They were going to stay on that top chord and solo out of that. Yeah, man, that's good. Again, the melodic structure of this song is just ear candy, so pleasing. But man, a song is a sum of its parts, and just the lyrics are just awful. You know what? They're not awful. That's too harsh. They're just nothing, which might be worse. I knew that was going to happen. Another thing that Nashville is very good at is they are the masters of the American song format. And I could, if I were playing along with this song, I've had to do a lot of stuff like this. If I was playing along with this song, I'd have hit every fucking change, because everything is so obvious, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's, verse, chorus, a soaring triumphant guitar solo, drums drop out, and I will now predict that there'll be a buildup of the drums that drops down to a big old chorus, maybe even a double chorus. Man, that bass tone is so fucking good. Here comes the crescendo. Okay, it was a bit of a crescendo. It wasn't like an obvious eighth note build-up thing. It was a broken up drum fill into it. Fair enough. Okay, Lainey Wilson, you can sing. She's good. She is a really good singer. That wasn't as far as I could tell, and I'm pretty good at picking it out. It's not tuned. This lady can sing her ass off, actually, especially when it goes high there at the end of that chorus. No, I think it was a double chorus, I think. Just perfectly crafted, wonderfully played, sounded amazing. Anybody that does something in this area of music would be fucking glad to get that product out of a recording studio session. But man, the lyrics just fucking no. Again, it's not even that bad. It's just nothing. Like, just need better lyrics, and that song would have been great. Okay, so this is a person that I've seen a lot in push notifications on my phone, which leads me to wonder what the fuck's going on. Jelly Roll, never heard of him. I've heard of him, never heard him. This song is called Son of a Sinner. Okay, first verse. I am intrigued. Very intrigued. Go listen to these two songs back to back and see what I'm talking about, like lyrics. He's saying something here. And then he might be saying something that he actually means. Great. It's great. Just verse and a chorus. I believe what he's saying. Also, the musical accompaniment, you could just go see the first song. Same thing. This is Nashville. This is country. Killers. I called Nashville the murder capital of the world because everyone walking around down there are the best musicians you've ever been in the same room with. Played great. Real understated snare drum with the brushes. That's so vibey. You know, when you use brushes and play something that's a little busier. He's playing kind of like a march on the snare drum. It's a little mysterious sounding. It's a great vibe to put to a song like this. This is a minor song. It's in a minor key. Yeah. Let's go, Jelly Roll. I'm only one drink away from the devil. Come on. Look, now that line's been written 1,000 times in 1,000 different ways. So it's kind of hard to reiterate a sentiment you've seen so much in music. That's a great line. That's a great way to do it. Lainey Wilson, she didn't write that song. That's probably got 18 fucking songwriter credits on it. Jelly Roll wrote this, I think, because it sounds like he means it. I guess I'm just a little right and wrong. That's as universal as it gets, baby. Yeah, go ahead, Jelly Roll. Dynamics. Holy shit, dynamics. Something we talked about in the first video that I did like this. One of my main problems with a lot of modern music is there's just no dynamics. And the first verse of this is really light, soft, introspective, really sparse brushes on the snare drum. Chorus. Now this verse, everything's we were at piano. Now we're like mezzo forte. Maybe, yeah, we're like mezzo forte, and it lifts you up. You are emotionally involved when you hear someone emote. And here's how I can prove that to you. When someone talks monotone, you do not like listening to them because they're not taking you on a journey of what they're talking about. This is a fantastic song, man. This is a good fucking song. Here's the thing about this lyrics. There's been and again, it ties into that one lyric about the devil. This song and its subject matter, there's 10,000 songs about it, about that. Feeling like you're, not good, you've done wrong, and it's your fault. You know what I mean? And like you take responsibility for your fucking up, but it's happened. That's been written a bunch, man. And when you have a subject matter, it's like zombies, right? You have fucking 5,000 zombie movies. How many can actually do them interesting? This song threads a real fine needle because it's a song that's been written by everybody. Goddamn, Steve Earle's written like 3 just like this, but it comes out its own on its own because the lyrics are done in a way that's almost like he noticed that. He's like, man, there's a bunch of songs like this. I'm going to do everything I can to make it not like that lyrically. Good song. Okay, that bridge, the musically, of course, great. Lifts up, gives it a lift from that second chorus. But the vocal delivery, I'm not a fan of. It started kind of being like, and I know that hip hop has invaded country, and that's cool. But and he wasn't quite rapping, but he was damn near close. And it took, and this is just for me, it took me out of the introspection of the rest of the song. That's just personal preference. Bridge is, They do that so much. You do your bridge or your guitar solo, and then drums drop out. That's those equations are replicated for a reason because they work. It's great. It's great. It's great. The bridge, he could have said a lot of lesser words and been more sing-songy with it, and I think it would have been better. But I also know that, that equation is working right now in Nashville. That's a great song. It's a good song. It's great. Okay, so the next song. We have someone who I am geographically linked to, and actually I grew up beside her dad's guitar player. I, of course, know who Miley Cyrus is because I live in the 21st century. I have an opinion on Miley going in. She can sing her fucking ass off. I don't care what anybody says. Miley Cyrus can sing. Let's see if it's a good song. Okay, it's a pop song, and Whitney Houston's one of my favorite artists of all time, so I like pop. It's fine so far. It's fine. The chorus, listen to the bass line in the chorus. You can really tell that whoever produced this was very influenced by Daft Punk's Random Access Memories. Like, this chorus sounds like that, and I love that record. It's one of my favorite records ever. That's the thing about Miley. She's from the South. She sings with more soul than most. Like, even if I'm not real high on the lyrical content so far, man, she can sing. God damn, she can sing. Okay. Man, lyrical content bums me out. Like, I'm going to say this now, and I'm going to hope that there's a turn at the end of the song where she actually talks about whoever wrote this song. I think that Miley actually writes a lot of her songs. This song will be good lyrically for me is if at the end she realizes that maybe what she's talking about isn't true. Like, you can buy your own flowers. You can dance by yourself or whatever, and you can hold your own hand. And, we've all had to do that. But let's be honest, man. That's not optimal. That's not cool. It's good to have alone time, but I don't know. This song will really impress me if it makes an artistic turn at the end and talks about how, I found someone and, I lost those views. I doubt it, though. I mean, can love me better? I don't know about that, man. Why would you want to love yourself more than someone else to love you? God damn. Love's awesome. Oh, Miley, she's doing the hipster girl singing. Oh, yo, right. Like that enunciation that is most associated with like Lana Del Rey. Like, ooh, I can't even do it. But yeah, like it's this weird enunciation thing that female artists started doing, and she's doing it. She don't need to do that. She don't need gimmicks. She can just sing. That you laughed. It's that. You laughed. Ugh. She don't need to do that. And that's actually like 10 years old at this point. Talk to myself for hours. Ugh. Who'd want to do that? Song's a bummer. Like, it's like upbeat, but the lyrics bum me out. Bassline's awesome. Bassline's great. I think it's a real bassline. It'd make me happy if it was Thundercat. Every song that we've had so far has had a drums out on about the fourth section, because you had like a little bridgey thing there, and then drums out. Same shit. It's all the same. The producers in LA that are producing Miley and the producers in Nashville all doing the same tricks. Yeah, you can write your name in the sand, but like, it feels better when you write your name in the sand beside somebody else's, right? Am I getting sappy in my old age? Okay, so the artistic twist didn't happen, and it went about 30 to 40 seconds too long. It's perfectly fine pop song. It's one of those things that if you were at the Aeropostale, and this came on, wouldn't bother you one bit. You go to Auntie Anne's, wouldn't bother you one bit. The lyrics bum me out. Like, I guess maybe this is like for, to make lonely people feel better. But there's a reason why the penultimate discipline for an adult is solitary confinement, because it sucks. Yeah, the song just bummed me out. It was like the happiest sounding song that's bummed me out in a while. Okay, next one. We have, controversy on the channel. Morgan Wallen, Last Night. Oh my God, that first guitar lick, acoustic guitar lick, sounds like if Dave Matthews Band wrote a country song. See, this guy, and I could be wrong, and I could still be right, and he have like a country accent, but this is definitely an affected country voice. This is I call it karaoke country voice. It's like when like city people get up and sing country roads or some shit and they like do a fake country accent. That's what this guy sounds like. And he probably may sound country in his everyday life, but this is definitely like turned up. Y'all know he's starting to do that like shuffly, not quite hip hop lyrical flow, but is. And I will say what Sturgill Simpson said. I actually like rap. I'll just go fucking listen to like the Ghetto Boys if I want to hear that. I don't like this at all. And he's not doing a lot of the bro country, glitter britches country cliches. I don't like this at all. Like the vocal production. It is a relatable story. I will say this. Here's the thing about country music. It's what Ray Charles liked about it, loved about it, was the storytelling. This is a story of a breakup, and hopefully we get back together. That's, again, a song that's been written millions of times. And the story is being conveyed in a pretty decent manner when you think of just like story structure. I just don't like the way it's being delivered at all. My friends say later. Like that kind of vocal production is not, it's obviously it's not organic and earthy. This song, if it didn't have all of that stuff where it's like, this is something that bro country does that runs me bonkers. It's like they'll bring in an influence like EDM or hip hop and they just won't do it. They'll just bring in just like an echo, a shadow of that. Enough to be like, hey, we're almost as hip as that EDM music that you were listening to on Saturday when you were all fucked up on disco biscuits. But they don't go all the way with it because they can't, because if you do, it's not country music anymore. And it comes off so fucking contrived to me. Blah. And if I were to read this as just a lyric sheet, I'd probably be behind a lot of it. It's just the way that it's done. I mean, again, this is a situation I've been in. Like, it's so relatable, but through production and delivery, they've made a tale as old as time come off just stale and lifeless. And that's the last thing you want as an artist. God, I'd rather have art that pissed someone off than just made them go, whatever. And it's redundant as shit. Seems like old homeboy wanted to have a 4-minute and 42-second song, no, is it 2:41? Sorry. Whoa, man. It's only 2 minutes and 41 seconds. This song feels like it's going on forever. Oh my God. Because it's a lot of monotony, just a lot of the same lines over and over and over, like a nursery rhyme, and it's maddening. Boo. No way, man. A song that relatable in its context to miss the mark that bad. Boo. Okay, so now our last song, it's the number one song on iTunes right now, and I guess Jelly Roll has brought the Brinks truck up to the house, and good on him based on that first song. So now let's see, can he do it twice? I loved that Son of a Sinner. Was a Son of a Sinner man's something like that? Yeah, Son of a Sinner. Let's see if Jelly Roll does us good on Need a Favor. It's a good line. Only pray when I only have a prayer. That's good. Boy, this is some. Again, man, there's so many stories, like James Joyce was right. Like, there's so many stories that are just universal, and they play out over every culture and every country and continent. And this right here, we call this Saturday, where I'm from, we call it Saturday Christian Syndrome. This is a God-fearing man who has deep faith, and it's not keeping him from fucking up. This is I don't know about this song just a minute, 41 seconds in, but the content of it Man, that's let's see if he can do that again. Can he write that song that's different from the millions others that are in that same sandbox? Yeah, those boys that are fucking up, but they feel guilty about it. Is that a saxophone? Oh no, it's a really cool tone of a Stratocaster. I'm not crazy about that line. I only talk to God when I need a favor, and I need a favor. I see what he was trying to do with that lyrically, but it didn't land. Again, it's a Nashville song. Played wonderfully, played perfectly. Everything's just perfect, right? Perfectly played by murdering musicians. There's some horns in there. Maybe that was a saxophone and then a Strat came in after. Every song tonight has had a drums out right around the fourth or fifth section. But think about that. That equation, that template must be working because the top 5 songs on iTunes all have that same musical trick in it. Shit works, I guess, do it. Sometimes at the sake of originality. Oh my God, we got 2 stops of drums. We got 2 drum outs. That came after this horn solo. Okay, I wasn't really into that. It was going to be hard to outdo that Son of a Sinner. That's a fucking great song. It's great. Jelly Roll, need a favor. It's fine, whatever. So tonight we have found that Lainey Wilson can sing her ass off, and she has wonderful production and wonderful musicians and a great structure of a song, but the lyrics fell flat. Son of a Sinner, yeah, awesome. So good. It was so good. Bridge, that's just me. Miley Cyrus, Flowers, man, that's a bummer. What a bummer. As an artist, I want you to be happy. I would never think that what she's talking about is good for maybe a couple weeks to a month. And then you want a warm body around. It's just how it works. Science. Morgan Wallen, Last Night. Nope. Wow, I don't think we need any more songs from him if that's what we got. And Jelly Roll, Need a Favor, last song. It's fine. I didn't like it. It's okay. But I am now interested in him, and I would like for him to do more of the things that I like, right? That's how you like artists. Do more things that I like, and hopefully he can figure that out. And hopefully a lot of people think like me and make that guy a lot of money. He seems like he is. He's got the number 1 and number 4 songs on iTunes, making that 0.0032 cents per download and or stream. So if you all liked all that, give me a like, comment, and share, and I will see you all next time.